Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Do you desire to belong to a community of unity? Visit KOGpassion.com to learn more about the Unleash Your Dopeness movement.
Yo, welcome back to Intermission. I'm your host, Howard Jerome. You can get me on Instagram at Howard_Jerome. That was Ziggy, of course. And you find me on Facebook at Howard Jerome. I'm glad you guys are back. And then our boy, the noisemaker.
Indeed.
What's up, dog?
Man, not much. Jarvis Newsome. No longer numbnuts. You can find me at Instagram.
That motherfucker's still a numbnut.
At Ziggy the Lionhearted. Spell it out. Fist fanatic. I'm tired. You just sound it out and like that. Improperly, too. No, I don't need it. No urban spelling.
How would you... never mind. I let you say urban pronunciation.
The urban spelling. Yeah.
I like that dramatic pause, though. Ziggy the Lionhearted. How was your trip, dog?
It was good. It was good. I watched my brother graduate. I got to see my family. You know.
Shout out to Minnie Newsom.
No, older brother.
Or bigger Newsom.
Yeah, it was bigger Newsom.
Mini bigger Newsom.
And then we drank the whole weekend.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. How was your trip, man?
It was good, man. You know, went out to L.A., San Diego, saw some of the family, saw the friends, drove fast cars, and, you know, chilled by the beach a little bit.
Now, when you drove that fast car, did you get out and say, it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile?
Nah, dude. I was just more so like, whoa! I was yelling and screaming. I don't really want to do it now. Cause
like out the second episode of The Walking Dead in the first season when they stole the Charger. He stole the Challenger.
And I was driving a Challenger.
Yeah. So that's what happened. He steals the Challenger, and he's just driving through an empty Atlanta street.
Yeah. Glenn.
Full throttle. Yeah, full throttle.
Yeah, that was definitely me on the 10. And that's how they... It's weird, man, out in L.A. how they say that, because... we say like 45 north and all that. They say you're gonna take the 10 to the 45 to the 60 and all that. Like they put a V in front of all that. No, it just sounds weird. And you know that was something I learned over the weekend. And that's how
you going up to the Westheimer.
And like hearing my sisters and stuff say that, I'm like, why? Why do y'all say that? That's stupid.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Juniors, thanks for joining us, man.
Not miss this weather. So, but yeah, so obviously we're on a completely different day than normal, but you know, we got lives, and sometimes we got to travel and improvise and say, you know what, we're going to see you guys on a Wednesday.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing.
Hopefully you guys aren't too butthurt behind that.
Right. We'll be back to normal next Monday. And also, you definitely want to tune in next Monday because Monday Night Football is going to be boring anyway. So, definitely want to tune in because we're going to start our horror movie tournament.
Oh, we got so many movies we need to catch up on anyways that are coming out.
We'll be talking about all that. We're going to talk about the Kingsman. We'll be talking about Flatliners. We'll be talking about The Good Doctor. I mean, it's a lot of stuff.
Like, for a second, I think I just forgot. There were so many, because I think we've been going and talking about new movies every week. That last week just seemed like...
Well, there was a lull. Yeah. There was a lull in the movies. Like
2 weeks.
Yeah, but now we're finna get back to it because
Kingsman, in time for my movie pass to come in.
Man, Kingsman came out Friday. This Friday we get Flatliners, and next Friday we get...
Fuck, that was last Friday?
What, Kingsman? Yeah, and next Friday we get Blade Runner.
Yes. I'm so excited about that one.
I
think that's probably... Like, I thought I was really excited about Kingsman, but apparently not since I didn't realize it came out already.
Well, you was out of town, so...
Yeah, but there's movie theaters there. As a matter of fact, I drove past 4 movie theaters. I was like, man, I can't wait to see Kingsman.
While doing 120. So I mean, yeah.
123.
Okay.
Yeah. After that, I got nervous, and I was like, this is still just a 6-cylinder.
Hola, Nai. Thanks for joining us.
So, but yeah, man. So,
all right. So we got a topic.
We do.
Yeah, it's
we
pretty.
Pull this one out of our asses.
Yeah, we really did.
And we like to tell the truth on here, and we were sitting here. Jar was like, "Man, you want to do this today?" I was like, "Do what?" It's Wednesday. It's like, "Yeah, we're recording." I was like, "Oh yeah,
Right.
all right, we can do this." He's
Yes.
like, "What do you want to talk about?" I was like, "Man, let's just go and ramble."
Right.
Like we're known for doing anyways. But we decided that we care about y'all and want to give you guys some quality entertainment.
So
Plus,
the first ramble is going to be about war movies.
Yeah. ramble. Yo, so oddly enough, as soon as I walked in the studio today and saw that you guys are playing some clips, and there's that Brad Pitt movie.
Fury.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't really remember that movie.
I remember it, and it was a really dope movie for me. Like, you didn't necessarily root for these guys because some of these guys were true assholes, some were scumbags.
Yeah.
But they all had to work together on that tank.
What's that one that he has right now that's on Netflix?
War Daddy.
Is War Daddy?
I think so.
That doesn't sound right.
War Machine or something like that.
I think it's War Machine. I don't think it's War Daddy.
I've heard something about
That sounds weird.
No, there's something about
It is definitely War Machine though.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was getting excited for that, but I saw it had a bunch of bad reviews, so I haven't checked it out yet.
Well,
but
thing
with
is,
Fury, I like him playing soldier roles, like still being the
Inglorious.
hunting Nazis, being out of the
How's
Apache.
your Italian?
Hunting Nazis.
Buongiorno.
Yeah, born. His accent in that, and then from Mr. Robot, the guy who speaks to Elliot all the time, he's like, "Bonsoir, Elliot." Those have got to be the 2 worst accents I've ever heard for anything, and I do some pretty bad ones. Like my country accent's like pretty spot on, but those are by far the 2 worst ones I've ever heard. But Fury though,
yeah, Fury was
tank
good.
driving.
Yeah, I mean, it focused on the tank crew. You got Logan Lerman, Shia LaBeouf,
Shia
LaBeouf, whatever his name. Just do it. John Berthal, and I can't remember the actor's name. It's Michael something, but he's the best part of Ant-Man.
Ball guy,
the friend who picks him up from prison. From Ant-Man.
No, I know the movie. I just
don't know.
I'm drawing a blank, dog.
Yeah, it's Michael something. I can't remember.
Yeah,
but so it's all of them in the tank. That's the tank crew.
Oh,
Michael Pena. Yeah. So, like I said, it's a great movie. Surprisingly.
Yeah.
But of course, right now, my number 1 war movie is Dunkirk.
See, now we all know it's no surprise. I mean, I don't like war movies. I like Dunkirk a lot.
That was his name in Fury. War Daddy.
Was War Daddy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a pretty badass name. If I was a soldier, I just picture some big ass dude running around with a warhammer, just yelling and screaming and chugging beers and shit. Like that wouldn't be a bad guy to have on your side. But I'm not really the biggest fan of the war movies, and Dunkirk was definitely up there for me. But one of my favorite ones is Three Kings, even though it's post-war, with
Ice Cube,
George Clooney,
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, chasing after gold.
That was a nice one. It was something about Dunkirk though for me, man.
I mean, Dunkirk was a work of art. It was entertaining and intense.
I would be probably slightly upset if it doesn't at least get some kind of nod. Best director.
Yeah, the soundtrack is probably what it's going to win for, though.
I think best director, something like that. Because, I mean, we haven't had a movie like this in a long... I can't think of a movie, really, with this minimum dialogue.
Yeah. I mean, Transformers.
No,
I mean, it's just a bunch of explosions and lens flares.
I should have brought the
product placement. And product placement. No, I told you, this is going to be a challenge for you today.
Right.
I haven't been watching much TV, but
Me neither, so.
But yeah, dude, so now, for me, it's real weird for me as far as, like, movies. Like, I don't like movies that are just strictly about war, but I like movies that are, like, on the peripheries of war. Like, War Dogs.
Yeah.
That movie with Nicolas Cage when he's
Lord of War.
Lord of War.
Yes.
Dog, that's like in my opinion, that's one of his best movies.
It
he
is.
actually was acting, and he wasn't like you're just waiting for him to freak out and do all his like that Nicolas Cage thing. You know that shit.
You know,
That little, yeah,
the little stutter and all that.
Dude, it's so weird.
Yeah, it is. But war movies can be a little expensive to make with all all the retro. Yeah, the segues are going to suck on this show. Just to let y'all know. Yeah, that's how bad it's going to be.
I was sitting in my head thinking, I was like, where the fuck is he going with this?
Yes, where I'm going with it.
And I looked down at the time, I was like, oh.
Yeah, because this
Segue.
portion of the show is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. Did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? 33% don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month. And 39% of adults say they don't have enough savings. Don't become one of these statistics. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your own complimentary personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463 or email us at info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask us how you can participate in a complimentary financial literacy workshop near you. Houston Housewives of Finance are the new faces of the new age of financial services. Yeah, that was a horrible segue. I was just not. Yeah,
It wasn't the best.
it wasn't the best.
So, so here's my thing, right? And I'm thinking about this comparison that we're doing, and we're only focused on war movies that actually happened, over real wars. We didn't start thinking about fantasy wars, and you got one really good one coming up. One of the biggest Marvel movies that's about the Infinity Wars. That's one that's coming up. But one of the first thing that popped into my head actually thinking about these wars there are 2 movies, and this is also kind of why I didn't want to contribute, and I said, fuck it.
What?
We're not talking about real wars. Matrix trilogies. Because technically that's kind of what's this crooked ass look you got, Gary? That's a war movie. It's just 2 dudes.
Hey,
but they're at war with each other.
Junius, Nye, Janae, and Clinton. What do y'all agree with this?
That movie and X-Men Apocalypse. 2 war movies. It's a damn war movie, dog. They saved the world for somebody who's trying to
Kill this
enslave
Mike.
us.
Kill this Mike.
You can't kill my mic.
But no,
that was me trying to be Apocalypse for a second. That was my impression of him. I told you I do some pretty bad impressions.
we see.
But is it a bad impression if the guy whose voice I'm impersonating was a bad impression of the comic book anyways? Inception.
Clint said stop. And then Nas said crickets.
Yeah, well. Whatever.
Yeah. But
I don't do this for y'all, I do this for me.
I'm trying to think. We got we've been sticking with like the Afghanistan war and the Persian Gulf War.
See, so this is my problem with war movies in general is that it's always the same fucking wars. It's either World War I, War II, but mostly World War II.
Yeah, World War II gets the most.
Yeah, and then we had all this huge influx of wars
well,
in the Middle East, but we don't ever see, I want to see some.
You want to see a new Vietnam?
No, I don't want to see Vietnam.
Black Hawk Down was a dope movie.
Yeah,
I liked it. Platoon, that's classic. Of course, another World War II, Saving Private Ryan. Let's see.
I guess for me, what I would want to see is because we
The
were
Hurt
told
Locker,
about this
yeah.
so much as kids. Like, I feel like I already know what the fuck happened.
Is
I wasn't there.
Braveheart a war?
Braveheart is a war movie.
Okay.
And this is the problem. You're still ingrained to think of war movies as being these 3 wars over and over again.
Well, like I say, you got Vietnam.
300 is definitely a war movie, for sure.
Yeah, yes, true.
Granted, it's not
So,
the best.
are we saying war movie or are we saying military movie?
Those are still wars. You can't have a war without a military. If you guys are going to say that Matrix doesn't count, even though that was a damn war. It was a fucking war. Because if you guys don't remember, in Zion, the humans versus the machines, does that not count as a war? They were at war with Machine City. let's be real here. 3. Yeah, but remember that was just a Okay, that was leading up to the war. So you got the events leading up to the war.
Do not argue with the technocrat.
That's a whole nother show. Okay,
exactly.
Hey.
Star Wars, really? Okay.
You're just saying that because war is in the title. I see what you did.
But no,
there.
it was a war. It was the
Clone Wars,
the rebellion against the Empire.
Okay, there was a Death Star.
There's the Empire, and then there's the rebellion.
But really though, we saw 2 guys fight, and then some. I guess you can the TIE fighters and X-Wing.
Exactly.
Fine,
so
I guess.
I mean.
So then we're in agreement. Then if men are fighting against machines, it does count as a war. That was more of a skirmish. Just so y'all know, because she's not mic'd up, but
Don't come for my geekdom. We got you, Clint.
So iRobot was thrown out there, and I'm not gonna let that one slide.
Well, I'm trying to think a couple of Civil War ones or American Revolutionary War, like the Patriot.
It was the Patriot. That's the one I was thinking of.
Well, Mel Gibson and Heath Ledger. So you had
Heath Ledger was in that.
Yeah, he played the son.
Speaking of war movies, I did finally watch King Arthur.
What you think?
It was entertaining.
Exactly.
It was entertaining.
It's fun to watch.
It's not what you traditionally think of for King Arthur because I didn't know what the people in the water, those mermaid things were.
I actually like the twist, though. It was a pretty cool twist.
I don't know what 4 feathers are.
I mean, what are you talking about over there in Japan, dude? 4 feathers?
I don't think that was for us.
Is that some Japanese war? You didn't tell us over? The war of 4 feathers?
Ip Man. War movie. Japan coming over and taking over. How does that not count as a war movie, dog? That count. Imperial Japan was coming over, taking over China, dog.
Yeah, we're about to bring this subject to a close.
Dude, you're close-minded, bro.
Along with Facebook Live,
You're too close-minded.
Shut it down. That's what
I propose that we have a vote. Four feathers doesn't sound like a porno. I didn't want to say that because for some reason our conversations every other show end up going to porno. Right. And I was gonna let that one slide, but I'm glad that it was a lady who decides to pop in and says, "Yo, that sounds like a porno."
Yes.
Especially when he said that he's in Japan. I was like, "Dog, he's getting in some weird stuff over there."
Oh boys, but anyways,
it's a porno with Heath Ledger. That's how I read it from the bottom up. I was like, That's not cool.
If it's not a porno, Clint, I might check it out. I mean,
he still might check it out.
I'm not trying to check out a porno with Heath Ledger.
I gotta send you this picture with Snyder Vision. It was somebody doing this thing before we go. The honest trailers for Wonder Woman.
We know you hate us, dude. That's we hate.
How is it that hit? Oh, it's pinned.
It's pinned.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second. How is that shit popping up before this? I was like, yo, wait now.
But as we bring Facebook Live to a close, we ask that you subscribe to this. I mean, I
hate you, Heath Ledger. That's just throwing me off now, man.
We ask that you subscribe to us on all platforms: Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and iTunes. And if you so happen to subscribe over on Sound shit.
A boom boom.
Over on iTunes, make sure you go over there and leave us a review with some constructive feedback. I'm not gonna read it because I don't have iTunes, but someone will.
Yo, and if you guys leave some particularly mean ones, we could always do one of those segments I do.
Everyone we just read the mean shit. Yeah, that would be pretty dope. Also, share this video on Facebook. You know, you see it. You see all of us. We're posting it on our pages. You see the Sphere, they're posting it. So share it on your page so your friends can see this as well. I mean, and like I said, especially with next week coming with the tournament, bring your friends in. We're going to want their opinions as well because we're going to do the pictures probably. We'll probably announce the rounds early that Monday.
Yeah, and you guys definitely want to tune in next Monday because it's October.
Yeah.
This is when all the creepy shit starts to happen.
Right. And
there'll be some weird conversations going on. Yeah. There you go. That's a preview of what's to come. Yeah. Godly.
And lastly, but not least, you know, we like to actually take you guys to the movies sometimes. So we did it recently with It. We're thinking about doing it again for Justice League. I would say Blade Runner, but I don't want to see you all. I want to see that movie by myself probably. or at least a couple of close people, just not a group. But Justice League definitely, and maybe even Thor. But we want to do this, and in order to do that, we need you to donate. So make sure you head on over to www.thesphere.tv.
You want to donate.
/donate. You can do a single donation, or you can go on Patreon and give us a monthly donation. I prefer monthly because, hey, it keeps money in our pocket. Just because. And we like to treat y'all like we bring liquor. I mean, we don't just take you to movies. We make sure we all enjoy it. I mean, would you like some whiskey? You get a bottle. You get a bottle. That's what we do. Anyways, thanks for checking us out. The conversation will continue with more countless bullshit-ass rambling. And thanks for joining us on Facebook Live.
Hell yeah.
All right. Now, second rambling bullshit.
I really feel like that's just what was going on. So we just fucking ran. Yeah, it's cool, though,
Yeah. No, I can shut this down. Done with that.
Oh, this is your new phone.
Yes.
Let me look at this.
Yeah.
All right. I bet he watches a lot of movies on this.
Actually, I haven't put the apps on yet.
Oh, dude, you're tripping, man. That would have been like the first thing I would have done. Especially for, on a plane.
No, first thing I did was took a Bud Light and act like Lil Wayne.
No shit. You actually poured beer on your phone.
Yeah.
You're brave. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Dude, you ever seen those videos of people who are walking in like really dangerous areas with their phone and they hold it like this to see how long they can hold it? Like they'll be over a drain and they'll hold it by just the corner for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not finna do that.
That's what you just did with your phone, dude.
Hey,
Don't tempt the fates, man.
Hey, I saw the commercial. I wanted to do it.
There's a lot of stuff on commercials, doesn't it? It's real.
True. But sex subject we're talking about is...
Did you just say sex?
No, second
Dog,
subject.
He's still on his porno shit, bro. He said sex.
Second subject.
Mm-hmm.
You put... Oh, you just threw me off. Right? You fucked me up on that one.
He's thinking about the Heath Ledger porno right now.
No. It was something a bunch of us were talking about, like, after the graduation. And I don't know how the subject we got on this was, how to figure out your porno name.
Uh-huh. Wait, what?
You do know how to figure out your porno
I told y'all, he's the reason why this happens.
No.
Anywhere he goes, porno is brought up.
No,
bro.
I blame this time
We
on
need to have
Clinton.
it.
Clinton in Japan bringing up that weird four feather shit. So.
It was your girlfriend who pointed out that it sounded...
No, we all thought it. She just said it.
Mm-hmm.
That was the thing.
Boy, you don't know what I thought. I thought it was a porno.
Hey, you said it. Right. That's what she said. She was like, yep, that's what I was thinking.
Well, before we get into that, I want to shout out, the studio here. This portion of the show is sponsored by The Sphere. Are you starting your business and looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertisement needs handled right here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States, as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv.
All right, now back to what I was saying. And then we go to this rambling. The way...
We're never leaving the rambling.
Yes. The way you figure it out is the first name is a pet that you've owned. The last name is a street you've lived on in your life. That's the combination.
I don't like any of the possible names for mine. They're horrible. What was yours? Now you can just pick any one.
Yeah,
like.
you make
Okay.
any combo that works. So one of mine ended up being Tank Sandwood. So yeah, that was crazy. Tank Sandwood. And I was like, fuck, that sounds like a name.
So the best one that I can come up with, then I guess mine would be Kevin Northleaf. Kevin Barrow Point.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. You know what? We're gonna put this on the Instagram.
I like this. I'm changing my Instagram name.
We're gonna ask what is your porno name. So, but anyways,
I mean that does count as like videos, right? Movies. You can only be mad at yourself at this point.
right. I really.
You want to put it on
All right.
Instagram.
Now the shows people need to catch up on for 2018 because there's a lot of good shows.
South Park.
I mean, South Park's just classic. I mean, I haven't even. Has the season started yet? Ah, shit, I gotta start watching this season.
I say South Park because I was talking about that. I was in San Diego, but they have basically they took an episode and they did it as like all gentrification, and they came and changed South Park to what's it called? I don't remember, but it started because they got a Whole Foods, but it was Soda Pop. It was something like downtown Soda Pop or some shit. I gotta look this up, but it's the same shit they were trying to do with like Harlem and stuff and all that shit. Call it like NoHo or some shit. I don't know.
It was Harlem. Brooklyn is really getting it bad right now, and the Bronx.
Yeah, but what other shows you?
I'm gonna say Westworld.
I really try to get into this show, and I never get past the first episode. I'm now 3/4 of the way of the first episode.
I won't lie. The first episode's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, the show picks up the third episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a book, sometimes, like what book did I just read recently?
I will say the logo was fucking bitching, dude.
Oh yeah, the logo's dope.
That is a dope logo.
Or heck, I can say Ready Player One. I just read that book, and I can honestly say, probably at page 91, the book takes off.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is one of those shows that a lot of shows don't take off till the third episode or something like that. Some shows get you the moment you see it.
Like Ozark.
Yeah.
That was like 10 minutes in. Next thing you know, everybody's getting blasted.
10
like,
minutes
what the
in,
fuck
Ozark was just like...
I was like this.
Fuck.
So I wasn't ready for that.
Nobody...
I walked back to the room because I thought it was going to be a boring first episode. Walked back in the room with popcorn. I was like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on? I didn't know what was going on. I just started throwing popcorn everywhere.
Everybody's dead.
Yeah. I remember my girl looking at me. She was like,
one. If you haven't watched it, because I'm pretty sure the new season be next year, definitely check out Ozark.
I'll tell you one that's coming up real soon that everybody needs to get on if you haven't been watching. That's Mr. Robot. That's my shit, dude. I was one season late getting into it. I went back and watched it, and I was like, yo, this show was nuts.
I'm probably about to start on that this fall. Because like I said...
What are you sleeping on? USA's got some good TV.
I think that's what it was. It was USA was just...
Dude, they got Suits. I think that's the only other one I watch on there.
Like I said, Suits don't interest me.
Have you ever watched it?
I don't want to watch it.
I didn't know what it was. I was just bored one day and I just watched it, bro. It's a good show.
But
I'm telling you, have you watched Suits? It's decent, man.
Yeah.
Like you want to see something? You want to see a black person in a non-usual trope? The leader and the owner and the managing partner of Pearson Spector is a black woman.
Okay.
Check it out, dude. You want to see something fresh?
Well, I mean, like I said, Mr. Robot has my attention. I just haven't sat down and watched it yet.
Dude, that show's fucking mind blowing. That had one of the best plot twists.
Yo, if you're watching this right now, if you're watching the show,
he's sassy.
Hey, we gotta post this on Instagram. We just gotta post.
Yo, so it's cool because this dude, what's his name, Malik, something like that. He's playing Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, you saw the picture.
New biopic. Yeah. And he looks just like him. It's pretty cool. But dude, he's a pretty good actor. I mean, the first thing I'd ever seen him on, I can't believe I'm even gonna say this out loud, even old enough to this, was a Twilight movie. And I remember thinking like, yo, this movie sucks, but this dude has the coolest powers that no vampire in the history of any vampire ever had. He could control like earth and water and shit.
Wait, because like I said,
he was essentially Captain Planet if he was a vampire. It was the coolest shit.
Wasn't he with
saw.
Like some coven
out in Egypt?
No, because I remember. Like I said, unfortunately, I had to admit it as well. Like I said, the girlfriend at the time, she was into it. She read the books.
You're better than me. No girl could get me to watch these movies. Like 50 Shades of Grey.
She told me she'd take me for dinner every time. With drinks.
Nope. I got my own money. I'll eat my own food. Like 50 Shades. Have you seen 50 Shades of Grey?
No.
Okay. Well, okay.
But,
I'll let you live then.
But I remember
seeing that in my
apartment.
apartment.
But I did remember seeing him, and once you said it, I was like, shit, that was him.
Yeah, dude. I was like, I don't remember anything else about that particular movie. Whatever,
but him, but I
think I just remember seeing this big old water. Where I was like, wait,
right? Because it was like him and one
other
other
vampire that can control water.
It was him and one other guy. Because the other guy, I've seen him acting in other stuff as well, and they were both like I guess, element vampires.
And I was like, I didn't know that was a real thing. I was like, this is the funny thing about that movie. They took everything about vampires and like, fuck it. Vampires actually aren't afraid of the sun. They don't burn up. They sparkle. Like, okay. And it just went downhill from there.
Yeah. Like after that, I was just.
And then she was like, you know what? And they got superpowers. Some of them can read minds. Some of them can generate portals and shit or shields. There's one dude can control fire.
What's another show?
You know how crazy that would be to be a vampire in Twilight that can control fire because that's the only way you kill these fuckers? You would be the most powerful vampire, according to plot. That right there. It's a plot hole in this whole thing.
Well,
where's my fire controlling vampire?
Like I said, like me and it, because me and her are still friends now. But I said, yeah, they're not werewolves. They're just turned to wolves, giant wolves. So.
Shapeshifters. Yeah. So here's a great crossover for you. Okay, Game of Thrones and Twilight, and the Red God and his fire rise with Dendarian, bro, and they go to war. That's a war movie for you right there.
Speaking of Game of Thrones, that's definitely a show you need to check out.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Now, interesting enough, it just surprises me when you go back and rewatch all of Game of Thrones.
You always catch something.
There's so much shit in there I didn't see.
Yeah. Like but what I'm enjoying right now, I have so many. Like I have a friend Jordan. He's the husband of S over on All Things Beauty,
and
he recently just went through it like marathon through Game of Thrones,
just straight through,
like every night doing about 3 episodes.
That's intense.
And he was just like, "Oh, your eyes look red," or something like that.
Nah, dude, I just yawned.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, Game of Thrones is so beautiful. Just
gotcha. But and now we got another friend, Erica. She's gonna do it. She's now in season 5, and she had to take a break. She was like, "You didn't tell me this shit was this intense." I'm like, what do you mean? She was like, "It's arms and heads and legs." She was like, his whole fucking skull was crushed.
That was one of the most intense scenes in any TV show in history.
I told her, I said, it's not going to be much more intense than that.
He's in a movie. Oh, Kingsman.
Yeah,
I posted a picture about that, actually.
And you know what? That actually made me upset because you look at it. In the opening, like, was it trailer or whatever, the credits, the trailer credits, his name doesn't show up.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I noticed that with the first few trailers and the posters.
Oh, when they do, like, the top stars and all that?
Yeah, he doesn't get top billing.
Yeah, I don't think most people recognize him.
I'm just
because like if you go, I looked at his Instagram and he doesn't have like for a celebrity, he doesn't have like a ridiculous amount of followers, and I don't think people really knew who he was or anything like that or is. And I sometimes when I start talking to people about Game of Thrones, they somehow forget a little bit. But you know, maybe if he got one of these sweatshirts by this next sponsor, people would know who he was.
Yeah, that was
you like that?
Hey, that was the best segue of the night, right?
You like that? Yeah. This portion of the show is sponsored by KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Unleash Your Dopeness is a powerful, a people empowerment movement built to encourage the masses to operate outside of their fears and have the gall to recklessly pursue their dreams and passions in life. Join thousands of others as we unlock the greatness that dwells inside. Shop dope gear at kogpassion.com. That's kogpassion.com. And use coupon code DOPE for 10% off exclusive Unleash Your Dopeness apparel. Act now. Sizes are selling out fast.
Do it.
Yeah, dude.
But
you could have really used one of these going up against the mountain.
Yeah.
Never asked you this. Who do you think is going to win, the mountain or the hound? Not, and I mean realistically, like if there was no, we need this for ratings and stuff. Who do you think in a real life battle would win, the mountain or the hound?
Here's the thing. I think the hound is going to get some kind of something from the Lord of Light.
Fire powers?
Yeah, something. And that's going to take down the mountain.
So if they were both alive, just regular ass people, they were their regular selves, they were their season 1 selves.
Season 1 selves?
Mountain or the hound? Who you got?
As much as I would like to say the mountain, because it's a different mountain too.
No, well, see, I don't mean necessarily the actor and all that. I mean, I'm just saying before he was this dead zombie thing,
yeah.
and before the Sander is
start seeing Lord of Light.
Starfire. Yeah.
Honestly, I might say the only reason I would say the Hound because we've seen the Hound move against him, and he's faster. The Hound is faster than the Mountain.
Yeah. That actually is a very valid point when you think about season 1.
Yeah.
And he sliced his head and he completely missed him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who you got, Gary? The Mountain. I'd go with the Mountain.
Like I said, I will say the Mountain because, like, just strength. Just like.
Well, I say that because think about it like this, man. So you're talking about the Hound's faster. You know who else is faster and is dead?
Well, that had nothing to do with his speed, though, while he's dead.
He was way faster.
Yes.
Way faster.
And he basically had it won.
Well, he also was winning because as he was slicing him, he had poison on the edge of his spear.
Yeah.
So he had tricks and shit and was extremely faster than Sander. I keep calling him Sander instead of the Hound. I don't know. It's Sander, right? It's something like
no. Sander's the.
No, it's Sander.
Sander's the Hound. Yeah,
the Hound.
The Mountain's Gregor.
Yeah. So I'm talking about Sander, but for some reason I've never ever referred to him as Sander before. But
well, you're talking about Gregor.
No, I'm talking about Sander.
Who fought?
No, but I'm saying Sander is not as fast as.
Oh well, no.
Yeah.
But Sander's also stronger.
Than Gregor?
No. Then.
Oh yeah. But not strong enough. I don't think his speed mixed with his level of strength is enough to actually overwhelm the Mountain's overwhelming strength. Like I don't think
it's enough to overwhelm it, but it's a good combination.
Cause like, all right, that first season, that first season battle just wasn't enough to reveal. I think
it really wasn't, but I think just that little skirmish, whatever. Sander moved a lot faster.
Yeah, but I think the Mountain would do something like make sure there's like some flame torches in the room or something, and
that might scare him.
That would scare the shit out of the Hound.
Well,
if you think of the Battle of Blackwater, he froze up and almost was killed.
Think about it. Now they got him looking into the fire. Now,
but we're not talking about now. Remember, that was part of the start of it. Is like the regular ones.
Well,
before he was Starfire. Before the other one was a zombie.
Well, guess what? Now they're a zombie.
Fuck me, right? So okay, I don't know. I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna end up killing each other at the same time.
But what other shows or someone needs to catch up before 2018? Because
Legion, you don't like it, but Legion.
No, I actually like Legion. Remember we talked about it.
No, when we left off, you said that was it.
I said that.
Nod.
I said it ended pretty well.
So are you looking forward to it?
I want to see them explore more. Because, like I said, Legion, like I said, they touched on some, and I wanted to see more in the second season. Like,
what I'm interested in seeing is that because Fox now has another mutant show.
Yeah, I forgot what it is, but that's already screwed because they've changed so many of the actual mutants. Like the girl with the magnetic powers, the Polaris. Polaris is Magneto's daughter.
Yeah,
not in this.
You know, so maybe they'll end up like Inhumans and get canceled before they're able to screw the
God, I was just like, but I wasn't surprised because it just had such bad feedback.
Yes, and off the trailer, that was the funny shit. Right. I've never seen that before. A TV show get panned by everybody just because of the trailer. Like,
so, I mean,
but you know,
who knows?
I saw.
I'm tired of the single first with X-Men, and Stan Lee went on Twitter and says, "We are currently in talks with Fox."
Man, if they could redo that whole series.
Well, Hugh Jackman already said if Fox agrees to work with MCU, he won't do another movie, but he will reprise Wolverine.
You know, I would like to see them go very dark with X-Men. Like,
I just want to see I want some of the original content. Like the original X-Men were never together in the movies. Never. And I want to see that. Yeah.
I just want to see more blood. Like, I mean, I'm hooked now on these rated R X-Men. Like,
well, you may not get that
it.
from X-Men, but you can probably get that from X-Force.
Man, whatever.
Because X-Force, like, they're already starting on that, the Fox movies, because X-Force was Deadpool, Cable, Domino.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you, Cable, and
Yeah, and a few others.
Yeah.
And these were, like, the mutants that did the dirty work.
Mm-hmm.
So, And it's the comic book.
Yeah,
world.
I couldn't see Cyclops killing anybody. He's too
no. In the comic books
too
now,
much of a Boy Scout.
he actually is the bad guy. He's the one who killed Professor X. Yeah.
They're just trying to. That's just sacrilegious.
Actually, no, because Cyclops is basically if you take Magneto and Professor X and put them together,
He's
basically
what's his name?
the blend.
Yeah, but no, there's a name where Professor Xavier actually inhabits Magneto's consciousness. His name is the Onslaught. Yeah. They should show him as a villain. That would be fucking dope. Fuck Apocalypse, dude. Onslaught would have been the dopest villain.
If we can get away from the single first, we can probably see all this.
Yeah.
But now here's some TV shows, because you're gonna have the holidays coming up soon, and these shows are done and over with, so you can watch these shows and be completely caught up with them. And we think they're great shows. And I'm gonna name off just 3 off the top of my head. The Wire. I mean, this to me is still HBO's best show. No, wait, take that back. Yeah, I got to
Like, okay.
Yeah, no.
That's a bold statement.
Top 5 easy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, I put it in the top 3.
So who are your top three HBO shows? The Wire, Game of Thrones, and what else?
Because, see, here's the thing. I enjoyed Treme. That was a pretty good show for me. I enjoyed Boardwalk Empire.
What about Sopranos?
Sopranos was okay for me. But like I said, Boardwalk Empire, I enjoyed the fuck out of it. I mean, especially when Jeffrey White got on the show. Mm-hmm. That was dope.
So when you asked me earlier, I didn't realize I actually have been watching a few things. I just started Boardwalk Empires.
Yeah.
I've seen like episodes in the middle.
Yeah.
And then I did watch the most recent Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
I actually enjoyed it.
Okay, cool. But like I said, other shows, heck, those are like shows y'all want to check out. Like I said, you want to binge and just knock them out. I'm gonna say Black Sails was another show.
Breaking Bad.
Indeed.
There's a lot of people who haven't watched Breaking Bad. That's a good one.
Because I think the cool thing about Breaking Bad is you see a good guy go bad.
It's one of these shows too that what I liked about it is that they paid a lot of attention to how they filmed and did the details of it. So, for instance, when Heisenberg is becoming a more of Heisenberg and less of what's his real name, Walter White.
Yeah.
He starts actually progressively wearing darker clothing.
Yes.
And it starts taking on a more sinister feel to him. And that was one of the coolest things because the show gets progressively darker. It goes from this science teacher being a bumbling idiot to trying to figure out how he's going to support his family to now my narcissism is I'm
the one who knocks.
Yeah. That shit's like...
That was one of the best lines ever.
Yeah.
But, and it's cool, like I said, you see a good guy go bad. And... heck, he won damn near for every season they were on. He won Best Actor because
to this day, I still think that was his best work.
Huh?
I still think that was his best role to this day.
The character development for that show was just fucking astounding.
Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because everybody on that show you don't see them anywhere else now. Even Mark, what's his name, Cranston, like. He's been on some things.
He's been doing movies,
but I mean, the last movie I saw him in was Why Him with James Franco, and it's like. That was a funny movie, but you're not seeing him like any of the same acting that you saw in Breaking Bad. Like I would think they would have done.
He's doing a little bit more independent stuff as of lately now, because I've seen him I've seen trailers with him for stuff, and I just can't think of the name because it wasn't stuff that really had my interest.
Exactly, and that's the problem. Like you would think that he would take on more. I would see him more villainous roles. Like
he probably wants to get away from that.
That's the only villain he's ever played, though.
But when you've done it for so long, he did for 5 seasons.
Malcolm in the Middle, he played a crusty dad for like 10 seasons.
Right. And you notice he's not doing that no more.
Yeah.
So I think after you do something for so long, you just really don't want to do it for.
They need to have a superhero spoof movie, like all the superheroes when they're like really old.
He wanted to be in. He wanted to be in one of the Marvel or Fox movies.
That's just why I just said what I said.
Who was it? He said he wanted to be Mr. Sinister.
So he wants to play a villain again.
But he wanted to do it. What he said was he didn't want to do the sort of Breaking Bad or whatever.
Yeah, I don't want to see him in another drug dealer type role. I want to see him just as a villain because I think that
he does his best work.
Yeah, but and not everyone can play a villain.
Right.
Like,
but
what's his name? I'll tell you, even in fucking Spider-Man: Homecoming,
Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton. The movie was great. His acting was great. He's not a villain though. And
To me, I don't think they really put his character as, because you almost sympathize with why he did what he did.
At the beginning you do, but it's literally the exact same thing with Breaking Bad, where you have him starting off as something altruistic, and then bad circumstances happen, and then you're like, yo, this is what's going on, and then he just turns into a dick by the end of the movie, by the end of the show. I mean, look at this. You don't feel bad. He looks like a white supremacist right here, dude. You don't feel bad for this. But and it's the same thing. But the thing for me was that with Bryan Cranston,
yeah,
he got you to the point where you were like, man, this dude's kind of crazy.
Right.
But Michael Keaton's character, I was kind of like, you played Batman one time. Like, I think wasn't he in City Slickers too?
No.
Who was in City Slickers?
Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal's who I'm thinking of.
Anyways, back to
they look alike, man. They're pretty similar. You know what? You guys can go fuck yourselves.
Back to what the subject was.
In my head, they're the same
stuff
person.
you want to watch. That's done over. Penny Dreadful. Now,
I couldn't get into it.
I warn you like this: if the occult creeps you out, you
watch it anyways.
Hey, we're about to get into the October. We're about to have Halloween. Penny Dreadful will be a good binge watch.
Maybe I'll give it a second shot. I watched the first episode. I remember we talked about it. I watched the first episode. I was like, all right, it's pretty cool. Yeah. And I got a thing for Eva Green, bro.
I mean, this, like I said, that
creepy.
picture right there is pretty cool because you got Frankenstein's monster. She's basically.
Oh, that's who that is?
Yeah.
In the back corner?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting take on him.
Well, there's Frankenstein on the other side. And then back there is.
Who's the black guy?
Black guy is like this handler.
Okay.
He's not in the literature, but
not anybody. He's not someone real. We just threw him in there for some color.
Well, he makes sense in the story.
Yeah. Now I'm just being a dick.
Yeah.
So
the
Eva
guy
Green reminds me of what's his name's wife, the guy who always pairs with Johnny Depp and makes strange movies. The director, Tim Burton. Stephanie Bonham.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Helena Bonham. Yeah, she kind of reminds me of like a new generation of her, especially in this. Yeah.
And the guy in Straight Back, that story in Gray.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, his story actually is one, especially in the third season.
Yeah,
it's one of the best stories.
So, how does his Dorian Gray portrayal compare to the one for Leave Extraordinary Gentleman? Because that ruined Dorian Gray for me.
No, this one
in my portrait.
He doesn't even really talk about the portrait.
Cool.
Like you don't even get to unless you knew the character.
Yeah,
you wouldn't know that
it was him until.
Yeah, you just know. It's a character named Dorian Gray.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Did he just get stabbed in the fucking heart? Right, and he's still walking.
And that brings me to something completely different. I would like to see them remake League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. It was a good concept. It's kind of like Penny Dreadful, but for a movie.
Yeah.
More or less.
I mean, I like stuff like this. And like I said, Penny Dreadful was well executed. And then they said once they got to the third season, they had that plot right there. They said, we're done.
So when it ended, did it feel like they answered the questions you had from the show? Or is it like you want to see more because you...
No, you felt it was answered. But it also could have either had an offshoot or it could have kept going.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm never a fan of like when a TV show ends and they do like an offshoot. Like I'm sure Better Call Saul it's probably a great show. Yeah, I don't know anybody that's ever watched it. I've never had.
That's why I was a little nervous with the whole Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think this is going to be one of those things where it's just so good that everybody.
You did hear the news, right? Each episode of the final season at an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Oh, nice.
So this will be the longest season time-wise.
I mean, don't we only have 4 episodes?
No.
I mean,
6.
I thought it was 4 episodes.
No, 6.
Oh, well done.
So
I'm satisfied.
Right.
I don't want to wait till 2019.
I don't either. but they're basically making 6 movies.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Who's the fish?
Tully?
No, Greyjoy.
Greyjoy's
No, they're the. It's not Greyjoy.
Tully.
Yeah. No, that's not. No, Greyjoy is a kraken.
House Tully is fish.
Is it Tully?
Yeah. House Aaron is a bird.
Oh, because the Tully's a river run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other shows that's ended that you think of that be worth? Oh, we had our producer mention Dexter. My younger brother was into that. I just never said that. I know you don't.
I'm not into like cop shows and shit. Like, I don't know. I do. I'll tell you one that I do want to get into, and I'm gonna watch it this month. Is American Horror Story. Did you ever watch American Horror Story?
Yeah, I watched. What was it?
I know you're a fan of it, right?
Was it Asylum?
What's the creepiest one? I want to start with that one.
Some said this current season is one of the creepiest seasons.
Has it started already?
Yeah.
Oh.
American Horror Story cult.
I might just start on this season because you don't have to watch them in order, right?
No.
Oh.
No, each one has its own thing.
See, I'm really into like the cult stuff.
I just like that each
you don't more realistic.
that you don't have to watch each season if you don't want to. Like that's why I'm interested with the whole True Detective.
Mm-hmm.
Like they said, the second one was the worst ratings of the first two.
Yeah,
but I forgot who they signed on for the third one. I think it's Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
So,
save the day.
And I'm like, cool. This should be a really dope role for him.
Did you ever watch it's a stupid show, but it's funny as hell. Vice Principals. Have you seen that?
I haven't watched it, but I've seen it.
All right. So I was bored as hell one day, and it was nothing to do. I was sick, and I watched Vice Principals. Give it a shot. It's pretty funny. Like, I stopped watching it because after a while, again, it gets redundant. Yeah. But the first season, Bill Murray's in the first episode. That's what brought my attention to it. I was like, okay, I'll give this a shot. But that show and then Trailer Park Boys. If y'all never seen that, that's some good. We need to do an episode just about really shitty TV. Well, really popular shitty TV.
Here's the thing: I don't watch the reality TV, like the scripted stuff. Like I watch stuff like Face Off on Sci-Fi. You know, that's the makeup show where they in competition for special effects makeup, and they've worked on
MasterChef. That's what I watch.
The Expanse. They've worked on that show. Like some of the winners went on to work on that show. Some winners worked on Spider-Man.
Nice.
So like, you know, they get actual jobs with big movies.
When I see that, then that makes me curious to see it. Like I said, MasterChef and Gary was like,
well, like I said, with
one of the losers just got this dope ass offer from Gordon Ramsay.
That's
he's 18 years old. He's putting him through culinary school, and then when he gets out, the other guy who's the host, he got a job at his restaurant.
And see, that happens with Face Off too. Like some of the losers, I'll never forget one loser. He won like 4 shows, but ended up losing on one show and was completely off. Mm-hmm. Ended up working on Underworld.
Did you ever see that Stan Lee show called Making a Superhero?
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
So, but there's so much shit TV out there.
So like I said, I watch stuff like that. I laugh at Impractical Jokers. That's a fun show.
I catch that every now and then.
It's a fun show to watch when you're bored.
Yeah, it's kind of reminds me of how I feel about Silent Library.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that on MTV?
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious. The slapping challenge that was one of my favorite ones.
There's a show also on True TV called Adam Ruins Everything.
Oh yeah, I watch him. He's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
he reminds me of like a modern day Penn Jillette.
Yeah, so I do watch some reality TV,
mm-hmm.
but that's pretty much the kind of reality TV.
So do you count that as reality TV?
That's what it is, though.
But because it's like a scripted documentary, because he'll take things that we like. It reminds me of that show Bullshit.
Well, a lot of stuff in reality TV is scripted, so.
Well, yeah, but it's passed off as not being scripted, whereas his shit is more like Mythbusters meets Bullshit.
Well, yeah, okay. His, you can't really count, but like Impractical Jokers, that's reality.
That's like that dude who runs around on Instagram talking about Boonk Gang. That dude is fake. I don't care what anybody says. He's not really stealing all this shit from people.
Yeah.
But the show I've been watching a lot of, and it's more of like a mini series. Planet Earth. I went back and started watching all of them again.
Hey, that's pretty dope.
That's my favorite shit.
Have you seen the one where they talked about the sardine run?
The what?
Sardine run.
No.
It's in what's the Cape in South Africa? Cape Good Horn, South Horn, at the bottommost tip of Africa.
Oh yeah.
Well, I forgot the actual name of the cape though. Because it starts down there, it's like billions.
Canaveral. No, I'm just playing.
It's billions of sardines, and they make a run up the east side of Africa.
I think it is Cape Horn.
Yeah, Cape Horn. Okay, yeah. And
but that might be on the west end too. I'm looking it up.
Yeah, they run up the east side, all these billions of sardines, and you've never seen, like, you got sharks coming in to feed, you got dolphins coming on to feed, and you got birds diving in to feed off this basically migration. And the sharks and the dolphins are actually working together. Shit like that. Like, the dolphins will sit up there, break a piece of the herd off, pretty much get into a ball, and all of them just start swimming into the ball and eating.
Yeah.
So it's a little just
so
cool.
Brutal. Cape of Good Hope.
Cape of Good Hope. Okay.
Cape Town is there too, but it's Cape of Good Hope.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool though.
That was one of the coolest episodes I saw. I also like
sardines. What's the difference between sardines and anchovies?
I think
a random thought. Sorry,
I think sardines. I think sardines are bigger.
Salty fish.
But anyways, definitely check us out because we're finna.
I swear we'll be more prepared next week.
Yeah. Oh well, we got a lot for you next week.
Yeah, it won't just be us random thoughts. We should have I have like a segment on here is like random thoughts.
You know what? Let's start the show off next week. That's how we're gonna start the show off. Random thoughts.
Yo, before we jet, I did see that Neil deGrasse Tyson had been commenting on what show was that? One that you've mentioned today. Oh, Game of Thrones, duh. Yeah. He's been like looking at it and like, so I like to see what he says about. Cause he watches a bunch of TV and watches a bunch of movies,
right?
And
put scientific application to it and stuff like that.
But on his Twitter, he'll be watching it and then in real time like, that's good movie science or something like that. And they were talking about. He went in depth about how the dragon White's fire would in fact be should be hotter than the Rhaegar, the other two that are alive because it's a blue flame.
Yeah, blue flame is the hotter flame, a clearer flame.
But so it was like, unless of course there's magic involved. And then I saw some stupid ass comment. It was like, well, if it's magic involved, couldn't it theoretically be a cold flame? And in my head, I was like, so you think a cold flame melted the ice wall?
And on that note,
and that's the problem with the internet. And that's the problem with the internet.
There's your random thought. Now, here's my random thought. Why did they screw over Mike in the movie It?
How? What you?
The whole like investigation of all the kids and stuff. The black kid was doing that in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Not the fat kid. Like the black kid actually knew the history of Pennywise.
Yeah.
He saw it in the flashback.
Oh. I'm gonna actually probably go home and watch the original tonight. Finish it. I started it, but
and like I said, the black kid had the least amount of screen time of the whole movie.
Yeah, because didn't he end up being a librarian too?
He was a librarian, so he was the one who researched, who knew everything about Pennywise. Good questions, random thoughts. And on that note, thank you for joining us.
We all float too.
We all float. Like when the little kid lost it, I was like,
oh shit, this dude got into the Adderall again. He's freaking out.
Right. Oh boy. But thanks for joining us. Definitely be more prepared. Be ready for the tournament of horror. That is gonna be
I like that.
That is gonna be a dope.
Can we get some like a sound bite where I can be like the tournament of horrors? Or like some graphics with lightning bolts.
I just want the cheesy dun 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 dun.
Yeah, we can do that, but then have lightning bolts flash off too, or like have like an overlay of like what's his name, Darth Sidious flash up in the faint, like something like that.
Every time we say it, just have like Jason run across the screen.
Yeah, just something.
Chainsaw run across the screen.
That'd be fun.
That's for those who watch us, because a lot of people just listen to us, and you miss out on the whole life. You just listen. You probably want to watch, but we appreciate you listening as well.
Sort of. No, I'm playing. We appreciate that.
But yeah, definitely check us out. We'll be talking about Flatliners. We'll be talking about Kingsman. We'll be talking about The Good Doctor. We're gonna be talking about Ballers. Just recently had a season finale.
Which was pretty okay.
Pretty okay. See,
Actually, I'm just gonna be honest. It was kind of a letdown. Like you watch it.
We'll talk about it next week.
God, it was so bad.
And you're current on Mr. Robot, right?
Yeah.
Because it just started, right? The season just started back.
Maybe. I thought it was next week.
Okay, well,
I don't know. Let me find out real quick because if it did, then I need to get to torrents.
We'll be talking about all that. Get you going.
I mean, I don't do anything illegal.
And on that note, we're going to close it out.
Kind of sounded like a creeper on that one.
Yeah,
good.
Well, it's about to be October, so we'll holler at you guys later. We're about to get some fucking sleep.
Yeah, I'm fucking tired. Later, guys.